So the one of the big questions that we get asked often is how can a LinkedIn profile actually generate sales? There's a number of things that we can dive into, but there are three things in specific that we're going to cover in today's episode and today's training. But before we do, just so you guys know, at 9 p.m. tonight, Eastern Time, are the doors to our Expert Content Society, which is our private community that helps people to create and schedule/post their LinkedIn content to help generate visibility, to generate reach, and also to generate sales. The doors to that close actually at 9 p.m. tonight. Now, anyone that joins by 9 p.m. tonight, we have some Black Friday/Cyber Monday specials for anyone that does join. If you end up paying for the year in full, you get 4 months free. So it's about a $315 discount off the regular pricing. In addition to that, you have access to Nancy's December Content Challenge, which helps you create all your content for the month of December. So you can basically not worry about your content over the holidays. So you can enjoy time with friends, family, and loved ones. But also you get our AI LinkedIn Business Clarity Guide. So this helps you to identify who you should be connecting with, how you should message them, and the content that needs to be created around it. So if you are interested in taking advantage of this and joining our Expert Content Society private LinkedIn content community, just type the word me in the comments and I'll send you the link so you can sign up before the doors and the specials go away tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. And just to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what this actually looks like, when you log into the community, there's a number of things in here. So we have challenges, we have there's meetups, we have where you can introduce yourself, we have daily content where you can share your content to get support, community news, connecting and collaboration, general questions. But the Content Hub, this is the star of the show right here. So when you click on the Content Hub, and just to show you an example, you can go to this month, which actually I'm going to go ahead to the month of December just to show you guys what that looks like. And what this is going to do is it's going to take you to an entire hub of the content that you can create for the entire month of December. So it's week 1 through week 4, and there's actually some anytime posts. So you can see in here, just to show you, that you get 6 posts per week. You have a text post, a poll post, a text and image post, a video post, a carousel post, a newsletter. So anyone listening on the podcast, I'm going to leave the link to the Expert Content Society in the description of this episode so you guys can check it out. But basically when you log in, there's something called the Content Hub, and it takes you to different posts. So a text, a poll, a text image, a video, carousel, and a newsletter. And what you do is you click on the post that you want to use. So say you want to do the text post, which each one has a theme and a title. So this one is entitled The Biggest Lesson of the Year. You click on the plus sign, and it's going to give you the topic, the type, the purpose. It's going to give you the simple prompt overview, the main message, the call to action, and an example post of what it should look like at the end. Then all you need to do is click where it says AI tool here. And what this is going to do, it is going to log you right into your ChatGPT, where it has the title, Biggest Lesson of the Year. This is a reflective, high engagement LinkedIn post designed to help you share meaningful takeaways from the year. You hit get started, and then the prompt will kick in, and it's going to say, great, we're about to create the post called The Biggest Lesson of the Year. This reflection post will share a few things. Okay, let's get started with the first question. What industry are you in, and who do you serve? So it'll take you through about 5 or 6 different questions that you have to answer, which at the end will spit out a post that you basically copy in your own words and then paste it or schedule it out onto LinkedIn. Every month, that's the other great thing about this, is that when you go to the Content Hub itself, you'll see that every month has a different theme. So we have now almost 10 months worth of themes. So if you want to focus on establishing your personal brand, thought leadership and industry authority, engagement and community building, value and educational content, content that converts, more lead gen type content, systems productivity and how you work, authority and thought leadership expansion. So all you have to do is click to access any of those themes, and each theme carries 24 prompts, meaning a whole month's worth of content. So you can jump around wherever you want. We have mini workshops once a month. We have a community check-in call once a month to answer questions. And we actually have a bi-monthly networking call where people can do a business exchange and ask for referrals. So again, anyone that is interested, if you're watching on social, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, just type the word me in the comments and I'll send you the link so you can grab a final spot before the doors do close tonight at 9 Eastern. So if you're struggling with your LinkedIn content, even if you are creating content but it's not converting, that's where we can step in and help you to create thought leadership, storytelling, and high engaging type content. If you're listening on the podcast, I will leave the link to the Expert Content Society in the description so you can click on it and get yourself signed up. So remember, you get 4 months free if you pay in full. You also get Nancy's AI LinkedIn Business Clarity Guide to help you define who you should be connecting with, who you should be messaging, and the type of content, but also our December content challenge, which will help you get your content scheduled for the entire month of December so you can enjoy the holiday season without worrying about your LinkedIn content. So back to the heart of today's training in today's episode is what you can do within your LinkedIn profile to generate more sales. Now, there's 3 things in specific that I always tell people, and I'm going to keep it very, very granular and very specific to what can be done. So first and foremost, the background banner section of your LinkedIn profile. If you're not optimizing and using that aspect of your LinkedIn profile to generate sales, you're really missing out because it is a billboard. And I actually had this conversation with one of our community members yesterday. She was asking me, what should I have on there? How do I drive traffic? And I said, you need to make sure that you let people know in that top portion what it is that you do and who you serve. So mine clearly reads the LinkedIn sales and marketing system for coaches and consultants. So if someone is a coach or consultant and they're looking for help with LinkedIn sales and LinkedIn marketing, then they're going to continue to read about more things of what I do, which directly correlates to the second section that you need to make sure that you have optimized, which is your headline, which is underneath your name. So they should lead to one another. Another thing that you can do, and this is the suggestion that I gave to one of our community members, she wants to drive more traffic to her LinkedIn newsletter. So I told her underneath what she does and who she serves, put another little bullet point where subscribe to my newsletter below to learn how I can help you, or subscribe to my newsletter below to learn more from me, which again, I'm going to get to that third part, but you can have that specific call to action to, subscribe to my YouTube channel below to learn more, or subscribe to my podcast to learn more. So you can give a direct call to action visually in that background banner section to draw people to a different section of your LinkedIn profile, which we're going to get to after this next portion, which is your headline section. So all of these things that you list, and you're allowed up to 220 characters. So mine reads human-driven AI prompts for LinkedIn content, co-founder of the Expert Content Society, creator of Linked Leads Generation, AI GPTs, human connection, author, speaker, podcast host, client acquisition, and sales. So again, all of those things correlate because the LinkedIn sales and marketing system, not only do I do one-to-one consulting, but our Expert Content Society human-driven AI prompt community for LinkedIn content focuses on helping people create content that not only markets them on the platform better, but also helps them create sales from their efforts in creating that content. So those 2 things should go hand in hand, which then brings me to the third and final part, which is your featured content section. Now, anyone that is not utilizing this to your biggest advantage, and this is the suggestion that I gave to our community member, direct people to this section. So just say below and they'll know, they'll scroll down. And if you don't have this section, all you have to do is go to your LinkedIn profile and click add profile section. And you'll see that there's something called core, recommended, and additional. If you click on recommended, it's going to give you 5 different things that you can add featured, add licenses and certifications, add projects, courses, and add recommendations. You're going to want to click on add featured, this is the featured content section. So there's 5 different things that you can add: a post, a newsletter, an article, a link. So that's videos, articles, or websites, and media, pictures, presentations, or documents. So depending upon what it is that you want to do, if you want to draw people to your website, to your podcast, to your newsletter, to your YouTube channel, to your calendar, to an offer, to a webinar, to a landing page, to your website, you're going to use this section for that. So if you go to my featured content section, there are 3 things in specific that I have on here. Number 1 is the link to the Expert Content Society. So when someone clicks on that and they click on view, it's going to take them right to the landing page where they can sign up for our Expert Content Society. Second thing is a lead magnet. It's called the 3 high impact LinkedIn post template. So if people click on that, it takes them to a landing page, they put their name and email. It's a way to capture email, but also deliver them something of high value, which is a template to help them create LinkedIn content based on our prompts. So it's a little sample of what people can get in the Expert Content Society to build know, like, and trust, to help them make that decision easier. And then third and final, you can see, for those that are watching, but if you're listening, I have my LinkedIn newsletter there, which has now eclipsed 11,000 subscribers. I have 11,050 subscribers. So if you want to generate more visibility and traffic to your LinkedIn newsletter, you can add that to the LinkedIn featured content section. And there is a subscribe button, just like you would find on YouTube. So all 3 of these sections, as I mentioned, you need to make sure that your background banner acts like a billboard that directs people down your profile to the second place, which is your headline section, which should clearly define with specific keywords what it is that you do and how you help people. They should go hand in hand, which again then directs people down to the featured content section, which is where you want to take people offline, to a landing page, to a website, to your podcast, your YouTube channel, your newsletter, somewhere where those individuals can be nurtured and that know, like, and trust can be built. So again, if you're interested in signing up for our Expert Content Society before the doors do close at 9 p.m. tonight, all you have to do is type the word me in the comments. If you're watching on social, if you're listening on the podcast, the link to sign up will be in the description. And just remember, if you are struggling with your LinkedIn content, you're not getting engagement, you're not getting conversions into sales, you're not having your business grow, that is where we can help. So again, all you have to do is join before 9 p.m. tonight. If you pay in full for the year, you get 4 months free. You also get Nancy's AI LinkedIn Business Clarity Guide to help you define who you should be connecting with, how you should message them, and the content that needs to be created to build that know, like, and trust, but also our December Content Challenge, which helps you create your content for the entire month of December so you can enjoy the holidays and not have to spend it trying to create content on LinkedIn. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode and today's training. Love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you next time.